This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Life's messy. We're talking spills, stains, pets, and kids. But with Anabae, you never have to stress about messes again. At WashableSofas.com, discover Anabae sofas, the only fully machine-washable sofas inside and out, starting at just $699. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics. That means fewer stains and more peace of mind. Designed for real life, our sofas feature changeable fabric covers, allowing you to refresh your style anytime. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa effortlessly. Perfect for cozy apartments or spacious homes. Plus, they're earth-friendly and built to last. That's why over 200,000 happy customers have made the switch. Upgrade your space today. Visit WashableSofas.com now and bring home a sofa made for life. That's WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change, and certain restrictions may apply.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward, Ed.
Listen up. The ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
Yes.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Monday, September 8th of 2025. My name is Corey Cove. That is Paul Meatsauce Lambert. There's Zachary Halverson. And bonus, John Kriesel. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
What's up, man?
Chris is in Chicago, so Ben is also in Chicago. Muss will be here later, but Kriesel's adding a little extra support because it's the football season, man. Right? People are wheeling and dealing.
Hell yeah, man. It was
They're
a
on
great day
flights.
yesterday. Yeah.
That was a great opening Sunday.
Yeah, outstanding.
Went to bed. It looked like the Ravens were going to just cruise.
Same.
But
I stayed up.
The Bills
It was worth it.
frantically come back and put up 16 in the final 4 minutes and win 41-40 over the Ravens. What a kickoff to Sunday night football. The Vikings, I keep forgetting the Vikings play Sunday night football next week.
Yeah.
So Monday night and then turn around and go back on Sunday night football.
Yeah, like
it's kind of badass.
Last night when my wife was going to bed and I was still staying up because I'd be lying if I said that I thought that the Bills were going to win the game, but it was still interesting. And it's the opening football Sunday. It's a national holiday.
Yeah, man, it's the best.
My wife goes, I keep forgetting that the Vikings are playing tomorrow. She goes, I feel like the team has been contracted because yesterday was so entertaining.
Yes.
I mean, it was everything you could hope for. Yeah. Even the bad teams. There were some survivor sweats, not ours, but in the circuit one.
We almost had, Tennessee they couldn't make a first down, man.
They should have won the game.
Tennessee should have won that game.
Cleveland should have won.
Yes,
absolutely should have.
Yes.
The Saints had a shot.
Yeah.
But it was everything you could have hoped for, except on the other side of the river.
That's a good football
That
team.
is a really good football team.
Yes, it is.
Now, we're going to have to, it's going to take a couple weeks as always, but it's only week one. So we have to have the hot takes, the knee-jerk reactions. But I want a couple weeks to decode to find out, are the Lions bad or is Green Bay really good? And I think they're really good. We'll see. Quick turnaround for them.
Yesterday, it looked like both. I mean, the Lions honestly couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That pass rush, that Green Bay pass rush is a problem, though.
Yeah.
Because we all know that's a good offensive line. Parsons was giving Sewell a handful, and he only played 45% of the snaps. So it was, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not a Jordan Love guy. But when you give him time,
he just stood back there.
He just did. I mean, I would have been comfortable in that pocket.
Yeah. It was that was interesting because, like, as you guys said, I think both things can be true. The Lions' interior offensive line is destroyed because didn't they have two guys quit or retire?
Yeah.
But Sewell is maybe the best right tackle in football, but still, man, that's a dominant. Through one game, that's a very good team. But the Ravens lost by one, but the Bills and the Ravens are head and shoulders the two best teams so far that we've seen in the NFL.
Yeah. That Bills win is kind of their retribution for the Justin Jefferson one-handed catch, crazy Vikings win that we stole there a couple years back. But that game was unfreaking believable. You said that you went to sleep and you had the score open.
So I had the score open on my phone because, nobody cares, but, my fantasy team's terrible, and the two guys I didn't keep were Derrick Henry and Josh Allen, and they scored like 78 points combined. And then I wake up and it flips over to 41-40.
Can you go back? You just said you didn't keep those two guys?
I didn't keep one of them. Not that I could keep both of them.
It's a keeper league.
Sure, but why didn't you keep them?
I kept Jaden Daniels in the 10th round. Probably a way better value at the time, but it doesn't matter. Who cares about that?
You get to keep one player in that league in the round that you drafted them at. So obviously, the 10th round pick, that's a good deal. So I see why.
Yeah, I should have kept anyway, but I couldn't believe they won. That outstanding win.
It did take that. Even all of the things going their way, the Ravens really did let off the gas.
Yeah.
Should have went for it on that 4th and 2.
Yep.
But the Derrick Henry fumble was if he holds on to that, we're not talking about this.
But it's sweet. Football's the best.
And it's tonight. Like you just said, it's kind of forgotten that the Vikings actually do play tonight in Chicago, and J.J. McCarthy-Zachary will make his NFL regular season debut. Congratulations, you made it.
I mean,
you did it, buddy.
I remember when he got hurt last year.
You all right?
It's been a long time coming.
How much film did you watch this weekend at Grandview by yourself?
I mean, I've studied everything about this guy. This guy. I mean, he's the real deal. And actually, when I was making the Vikings tees, it was really fun to go back to his college days and see just how good he is and get excited all over again. I'm a sports fan at heart, and it might be I don't know, a little crazy to suggest this, but I think we're on the verge of greatness here. I think this guy is the real deal. So we're gonna have a really good Monday night, and tomorrow morning on the Power Trip Morning Show, I'm bringing confetti. We're gonna be celebrating a 1-0.
All right,
love it. It does feel different. I mean, we've drafted quarterbacks, even with Teddy. I don't feel like there was this much hype, this much excitement. Now, the team around him wasn't as good as this team, but this guy was drafted to be the guy for many years. Opens up on Monday Night Football.
Let's do it. Can't wait.
What's that smile?
And, Sam Darnold looked pretty good yesterday. And the fact that we were like,
looked great.
Him.
No, he
had a couple of good throws.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
And the fact
Corey's
that
guy looked great on that clutch drive, man. 7 for 7, marched down the field and scored.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Dude's a winner.
Actually, how about Daniel Jones?
How about that? Goodness. How about Lieber's squad?
So wait a minute.
My God.
I've never done a Survivor. Somebody help me. Is it good strategy to take a road dog week 1?
Oh. Generally not.
33-8.
Look, you know, like when Greenway comes in here and gets his ass kicked in initials.
Yeah,
and you're like, good. You should be bad at least one thing, right? You're Chad freaking Greenway. He's good at everything. Good. You're bad at something. I feel the same thing about Lieber and gambling. Right? Yeah. Great at TV. He was great at football.
Yeah. He knows about football.
Dude. He's good at everything. He's super smart. Good with money. Good. You're terrible at gambling. He's not a good gambler. That's why he hates it. Doesn't win the golf bets. Doesn't understand Survivor strategy. He doesn't not a big Vegas fan. Yeah, we finally found Ben's kryptonite, gambling.
I think the Colts until yesterday were 0 for 10 in opening games.
Doesn't sound
terrible
like a stretch.
Wait, say that again?
I think they were 0 for 10 in their past 10 opening games.
Past 10.
Yeah.
I believe the Colts scored on every possession.
I think that is correct.
Which is just preposterous.
Yeah.
That Miami, and to Ben's credit, now I placed a wager on the Dolphins. It was the Pick'em game. And anytime that offense has been healthy, they hum. And so there's no way. I thought, okay, if they don't win, it's going to be close, but they absolutely should win. That team quit immediately.
Quit. Yeah.
And it's people can say, oh, it was fun with the new head coach. Oh, he's so different. He's unconventional compared to other head coaches. You can see, and I've said it all along, you can't coddle NFL players. There's understanding youth. There's understanding different generations. He just doesn't seem like he instills toughness or his staff instills toughness. And I don't think he's making it through the season.
I think
Mike McDaniel is going to be done. That's why our guy is kind of the perfect at threading the needle. He says the right things. He loves the guys. He dabs them up. But if he has to rough talk them, he will. And that is critical. This Dolphins team is awful.
Yeah, terrible.
So Lieber takes a road dog week 1 and loses.
Yep.
Zach takes the Broncos, which were about the biggest spread of the weekend, give or take, and depending on which book you were looking at.
8.5, yep.
And they were on the brink of losing to the freaking Titans, and Zach, you tweeted something like, I'm never participating in any football-related power trip bet in the history of the show moving forward.
Yeah. I mean,
because it looked like you were in big trouble.
I didn't want to sweat. There's probably better teams to pick in week 1 to set yourself up for the future. But I was like, I'm just going to get 1 week in and be happy. And then it's like 13-12 and the freaking Broncos, I almost swore, they muffed the punt in the fourth quarter.
Ugh.
And it's like, that was when I was like, and then, it eventually worked out because then
he took 2 sacks.
Right, back-to-back sacks. Ugh. Literally went from like chip shot field goal range to out of field goal range entirely.
Who picked the word muff for muff punts?
PA, I bet.
Yeah.
No muff, too tough.
What did that guy just do to that ball? Well, he dropped it.
Yeah.
He kind of like screwed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What should we call that?
Muff.
It sounds way more egregious when it's muffed than it does just dropping. Because he dropped it, but no, he muffed it.
He muffed it.
Yeah.
I was cheering so hard for the Titans to win that.
Same.
The Broncos accounted for 7,173 of the Survivor pool entries in Circus Survivor, which is 38% of the entries.
Wow.
That would have been just a absolute massacre.
Yeah,
that would have been so... That would have been fantastic.
That would have taken out about 3 or 4 of us, right?
I believe 3 at a minimum, yeah.
You and I didn't sweat at all.
No.
The Commanders were in command of that game the entire way. The Giants are terrible.
Terrible.
Russell Wilson is doing nothing.
It's over.
Yeah.
That was a trendy sports betting pick this week, too, was the Giants +6.
No,
what a mess.
I think at one point, I don't know how many first downs they had, but it was so bad that they would, like, Russell Wilson would drop back and immediately, it's like when you see with kind of young quarterbacks like we saw with Cam Ward and we've seen with some Vikings quarterbacks, when the pressure happens, immediately they move and they don't give it a second to like see where the pressure's coming from, set, establish, and throw, right? Russell did that every play. He would just move in the pocket and he'd have off-balance throws that, 10 years ago he would get away with. Yeah, our Commanders crushed. That was a good victory by they're now our Commanders score.
I was thinking about taking a road dog, but I decided to take a home pretty sizable favorite.
So in a Survivor, you want the team that's going to win. Like an easy victory would probably be what you'd want, right? Like
well, you want to bank the good teams until week 32.
Oh,
so you got to use the bad teams in week 1.
Why?
I'm just happy he's bad at something. I love Ben. He's awesome.
Oh, he's the best.
I'm just so happy he's finally flawed.
Bad.
Gambling is his kryptonite.
They got killed.
Killed.
He doesn't.
But I mean, game theory. It doesn't even make sense. Again, I said this. Tommy squeaked out a win
Barely.
and could have lost.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if Tommy or Ben won or lost. It doesn't. We can't be results oriented. They were both horrifically bad strategic picks. Terrible.
Who did Tommy take again?
Tampa Bay.
Oh,
a 1.5 point favorite. What? Yeah, flip a coin in week 1
in a tough divisional game.
I mean, it makes no sense. So he can go. Look at me now. Great.
Right.
Jam with pocket threes right into pocket kings and see your threes work. Whatever. It just doesn't make any sense. My gosh.
Again, Ben doesn't need gambling to win. He's won in pretty much
That's
every
my point.
event.
That's why we can lean into this and say, finally, we found something.
And it's not like they lost like 33-30. They lost 33-8.
And the 8 points was late.
Really late.
Yeah, way to go, Ben.
Yeah, way to go, Ben.
Good.
But this is why this is fun. The Survivor bit, that was a good idea. This is fun.
And it is, you learn a couple weeks in, really, you can escape a couple mistakes or one mistake, and then you got to learn from it. And
Corey
we'll see if Tommy learned.
No.
I sweated my T words off on Thursday, so it was fun going into the weekend, and even with the Circus Survivor one, just then cheering for carnage yesterday. Almost got it, too.
Almost got it, yeah.
Football's here, friends.
The best.
Man. And happy birthday to our guy, Tim Nelson. 46.
Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.
Times around the sun.
46.
Yeah. Good run.
He passed?
Yes. This morning. At the age of 46.
Oh. Is he going to have some, birthday with some slot machines?
Potentially. I feel sorry for his wife this morning. I will say that.
Oh, my.
Okay. They're both the best.
Is his wife, what's his wife, like Buffalo or...
I mean, he's probably going to just dress her up as a slot machine and just pour the coals to her.
Okay. Thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again.
You can tell it's football season. We talked a lot of sports in segment 1.
Yeah.
A lot of sports. But that's okay. It's Viking season. They start tonight against Chicago. No Harrison Smith. We'll talk more about that between now and 9 o'clock. Muss will be here in a little bit. Chris is going to call in sometime later in the show live from Chicago because he's on the road with the Minnesota Vikings. But this is the Power Trim Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan. Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? WashableSofas.com has your back. Featuring the Anabay collection, the only designer sofa that's machine washable inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly prices. That's right, sofas start at just $699. Enjoy a no-risk experience with pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and changeable slipcovers made with performance fabrics. Experience cloud-like comfort with high-resilience foam that's hypoallergenic and never needs fluffing. The sturdy steel frame ensures longevity, and the modular pieces can be rearranged anytime. Check out WashableSofas.com and get up to 60% off your Anabay sofa, backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not absolutely in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping or restocking fees. Every penny back. Upgrade now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change, and certain restrictions may apply.
Man.
Saucy, Kriesel, Zachary, good morning.
Hi, Corliss. How are you, man?
Good. Random 5:51 in the morning movie review for you.
Can't wait.
Remember a couple of months ago, everybody was raving about Friendship with Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Who's like the more attractive version of your brother?
Yes,
Because
correct,
your brother's basically ugly Paul Rudd?
Yes. I've
like
heard
if
that.
Paul Rudd didn't look as sexually attractive.
Like if Paul Rudd aged. Like
And he
everybody says
doesn't, but
yes.
your brother is at an enormous speed.
It's bad. I didn't talk to him about it.
Right. So your brother's not attractive. He's like an ugly Paul Rudd. Anyway, so Tim Robinson, who's just freaking hilarious, right? From I Think You Should Just Leave. I always say I think you should just leave. I think you should leave.
I think
right?
you should leave, yeah.
Yes.
Rave reviews. It's an A24 comedy, right? Everybody's like 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's so much weirder than I thought. Not
Really?
quite as funny as I thought, although there's a it's a comedy. I cried for about 45 straight seconds. I was laughing so hard. So I would argue I watched an hour-and-a-half movie that was surprisingly psychotic.
Yeah.
That movie is insane. I did not think that's where it was going. But god dang, one joke is worth the hour and a half.
Really?
I cried. My wife and kids come around the corner and go, "What is your problem?" And I'm like, "I can't breathe. Just give me like 60 seconds." One joke was worth it.
Okay.
And it involves licking a venomous toad to try to get high.
Okay. I can.
Outside of that, I wouldn't go out of my way to see it, but if you ever want to kill an hour and a half, I mean, those guys are both super likable.
Oh, yeah.
Which is,
They're
again,
both great.
another reason Paul Rudd is unlike your brother. Your brother's extremely unlikable.
Yeah, extremely, yeah. Yeah.
But Paul Rudd is an American treasure.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
What a weird movie.
What's the name of it again?
Friendship.
Okay.
It is.
But because of that one joke,
insane.
you think this it was worth it for the most part?
I mean, no. And there were other funny scenes. I thought it was going to be an hour and a half of just piss my pants laughing because the show on Netflix, I Think You Should Leave, is that funny.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd's always fun. I thought it was going to be nonstop laughs. Yeah. It was a handful of like, all right, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. And then about an hour and change in, I almost pissed my pants. It was so good.
All right.
You and Kelly
I'm
need to
hyping
rewatch.
the one joke too much, but I thought it was that good. It hit me that hard.
There's
going to
be
perfectly
people
set up
that do this because of you, and they're going to destroy you.
Yeah. That wasn't worth an hour, but it was such a perfectly set up joke, and it caught me so off guard. It was so worth it.
This sounds like that drop that I keep hearing on iHeartRadio, where you said, I think it was a stand-up comedian, where you said he set it up for like the 30 minutes that you just wanted to give him his money.
Nathan Fielder. That was from the rehearsal.
Okay.
It's I would have sent him money if he had a Venmo just open. I would have, dude. You just crushed it. Zachary can back me up. That was the Evanescence joke. It was worth absolutely every second of a 30. Well, there were two jokes: the Evanescence joke and then the American Idol-esque one, right, Zachary?
Yeah, and just
genius.
You need to send me
the
those.
whole thing.
Oh my god!
Or is it on like Netflix or?
Oh, that's on HBO.
HBO. Okay.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
So good.
Yep. Yeah, the Iowa folks watched Bad Thoughts a bunch of times. Scott showed it to, I think, every adult member of his family. Yeah. You need to give it another
5 minutes
episode.
into it, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Because it's the old folks' home.
Yeah,
one?
I couldn't do it. It was so odd.
But you got to push through, I promise.
All right.
There's one about a gym membership.
Yeah. Is this a Tom Segura one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Which is crazy because it is very clever. I think it's 40% because there are people that it's tremendously uncomfortable and offensive and gross, but hilarious. It got renewed. But yeah, if nothing else, just go to the one titled Health. It's the last episode.
All right.
Lots of wieners.
Oh, then I'm in.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Huge
wieners
one.
are funny.
Yeah.
Oh. What's it called again?
Just checking my email. Hang on.
Bad Thoughts.
Health.
And Health is the episode.
Lots of...
No. I'm checking my email.
Lots of wieners.
No, this is something else.
Oh.
It's nothing to do with what you guys are talking about.
His AOL screen name is Crank Slayer.
Yeah. Corey's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You find it?
No, I was checking my email.
Oh. Well, I'm happy for you.
Man, I do miss AOL Instant Messenger. Those were the days.
PA's email is an AOL email.
Someone recently, one of my friends, I can't remember who, but they're registered. I signed them up for something. I was like, what's your email? And it was AOL.com.
That's
AOL. And I'm like, no.
It is weird, but I don't understand why people get so offended by that.
No one's offended. It's just AOL.
I'm not saying you guys are. I'm just saying people act like you're using a rotary phone. It's like, it's still just an email address. Once it's synced to your iPhone, who gives a rat's ass who hosts it?
Yeah.
I don't check my email on like an actual web browser. It's the same thing. It goes to your phone. Who gives a crap?
That's a dusty email address, though. That email address.
It's dusty, for sure. I got a dusty one, though, too. I haven't changed mine since I was 18 years old.
What's yours?
Don't worry about it.
Dusty
No,
Crank.
I'm not going to say it on here.
No. Who's the carrier?
Don't worry about it.
Hotmail, but it's MALE.
100%. Yeah, that's what that smirk comes from.
That's what I just Googled.
That's where he gets his hot wieners. Oh, you got another email.
Yeah, again, I just referenced this like a week or so ago. This just came up. But when AOL Instant Messenger was a thing, and I'm in college and I'm trying to flirt with gals, right? I'm trying to find somebody that gives me 2 seconds of their time. And one of them would jump on AOL Instant Messenger. You would see them pop up. And you'd be like, hey, you wanted to be the first one to engage so they didn't start a conversation with some other dude. And then that door sound effect.
Welcome.
They would shut the door.
Mail.
And I'm like, I know they saw my message, which means
I'll wait.
I was here. They saw I was online. Yep, they're back. Hey. And you're waiting. You're waiting.
You've got pictures.
Oh,
Gracie.
tied
And
out.
then they would shut the door. That door, the slamming door sound effect would break your heart. They go, they don't want to talk to me?
Remember
Why
how
don't they want to talk to me?
exciting it was to get mail? You've got mail now. Every time an email comes in, it's son of a bitch.
It's just more work.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Or it's spam.
Yeah.
Or
Goodbye.
Or it's some work training that you have to do. Don't forget to do your training. Oh, my God. Delete.
Don't do it during your show. Okay. Everybody does. Except for maybe Tenna. Tenna doesn't do it.
I don't know about your job, Johnny Kriesel, but back in the day, our work training used to be kind of a quiz, right? That if you didn't pass the quiz, you had to retake the entire training. So we had a couple of employees who would be fed the answers because otherwise...
Was one of them a former long snapper?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Abbott would feed him the answers just to not waste another 45 minutes of his time. Now you can just keep guessing until you get the right answer. So essentially, you don't have to ever pay attention because I'm going to guess B. Well, it was C. Okay, well then let me guess again. What is it? C? Okay, boom. Then you're moving on.
Yep.
So it's just like you're slamming the keyboard with every possible option. No one pays attention. No one's listening. Everybody's multitasking. I'm almost always playing Plants vs. Zombies while I'm killing time.
Yeah.
Or
you love that game.
Yeah. Or
Mine
it's
are
my
real.
time capable.
You can't keep guessing. But the federal stuff is very interesting. Yeah, you would have to redo the module. Mm-hmm. But the questions are pretty straightforward. Like if it's a protecting personal data kind of thing, it will be like, you just meet some random person and they ask you your password. Should you give it to them? Well, of course not.
Well, and the other answers are always preposterous, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, Jan in accounting says that she found some extra money and she wants to know if you want to go do cocaine and party. Should you tell HR or should you go do it? And it's like, man, I'm glad I'm paying attention because I would have just said that we should go party with Jan, but we're not going to do that.
No.
I don't do this. This is somebody else I've heard.
Somebody else does this.
Yeah. Not me. Clear, like I don't even know how to do this. I don't even know where I would begin.
Of course not.
But this person knows of a software that will just auto click every like 5 seconds wherever you want on the screen. So apparently this person, again, not me, can just go do other stuff and then
auto click.
It'll auto click and you don't even have to see anything.
My sources say a lot of people use that during the pandemic. Where they would get up, they'd have a meeting, and they would use that app, and then they would just go back to bed.
That's where where this person first heard about this software.
It's like, how every new technology, it's like how fast can somebody make it about porn?
Yeah.
It's also the same thing when it comes to work. It's like how people work so hard to avoid doing work.
That they're doing more work to avoid the work.
But in the long run, it'll be less. You got to do a lot of work up front to figure out how do we come up with a program that can make me auto-click so I never have to take one of these tests again. And once they find it, then you're in the clear.
You know what the key is? Finding a job that you enjoy. Then it's not work.
Then you never work a day in your life.
That's true.
Like Daryl Thompson.
I mean, you got to work.
Yeah, correct. Well played.
Mike Grimm is here. We'll talk to him in a second. We'll do front page sports. I didn't hear the quote, but I know he got it in early. Might as well, just in case they call the game, which they did.
Yep.
Crazy. Just crazy.
Well, we had at halftime, it was 162-0.
Yep. What
and
a
that's
team.
only a slight exaggeration. Front page sports and Mike Grimm after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
There's nothing like sinking into luxury. At WashableSofas.com, you'll find the Anabay sofa, which combines ultimate comfort and design at an affordable price. And get this, it's the only sofa that's fully machine washable from top to bottom, starting at only $699. The stain-resistant performance fabric slipcovers and cloud-like frame duvet can go straight into your wash. Perfect for anyone with kids, pets, or anyone who loves an easy-to-clean, spotless sofa. With a modular design and changeable slipcovers, you can customize your sofa to fit any space and style. Whether you need a single chair, love seat, or a luxuriously large sectional, Anabay has you covered. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your home. Right now, you can shop up to 60% off store-wide with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Add a little to your life. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, or just made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way with iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who's gone above and beyond for their students to win $5,000 to stock their classroom with whatever they need. Today's teacher of the day is Caitlin Woolen, who teaches at Hawley Elementary School and who, folks told us, works hard to create a classroom where every student feels seen, supported, and challenged to grow. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Nominate your favorite teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Vikings and Bears tonight right here on this station, of course, in Chicago. The debut of J.J. McCarthy as Vikings quarterback. Let's dive into front page sports. We got Mike Grimm in the building. We can talk to him about the Golden Gophers as well.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, try the new Trolley flavored Mountain Dew. I saw the ads when I was at Holiday the other day buying Powerball tickets and losing, but I saw the big Trolley Mountain Dew signs right in the window there. A flavor worth flipping for, according to Holiday and Mountain Dew. Mix and match any Mountain Dew varieties at Holiday. Get 3 for $6. Buy more, save more, only for a limited time with our friends at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday.
Holiday's the best. Love Holiday.
Yeah, I will say the Royalton one, I stopped at the new one up there.
It's the Taj Mahal.
It is wonderful. They got like a walk-in pop cooler.
Oh, sweet.
And the fountain pop is actually pretty good.
A walk-in pop cooler? So like
like a beer one at a liquor store, but it's
no
pop.
Kidding?
Yeah.
That seems superfluous a little bit. Do we really need a walk-in
100%.
one?
Doesn't matter if we
Tell me
need
why.
it.
Okay, so you're going up to the cabin, right? And you're going to stop in Royalton because cabins in the Brainerd Lakes area, or you're going to Grandview Lodge or whatever, and you want pop. Now, you could go to a grocery store, which, grocery stores are great, but like they don't have cold pop.
So you're talking about 12 packs or 24?
24
all right.
packs. You
That
get
makes
that.
sense.
You don't even need the cooler. You can enjoy it in the car the rest of the way.
Yeah, he's correct. You do need
It's
that.
unbelievable.
So you did this?
No, because I got it on the way back. But I had a wonderful Fountain Diet Coke.
So on your drive
great.
back from Royalton to White Bear Lake,
that
was the critical time to have an ice cold 12-pack of soda.
No,
Well, he was dehydrated.
Again, I'm planning for the future here. Not everything's about now. I'm
Live in
always
the
looking
moment.
at the next trip. The next trip, you always got to keep your head on a swivel for good places to get pop.
Well said.
You just can't find a good pop anymore.
Not
You
at
really
all.
can't.
Can't.
No, where are they?
Lost Art. That's why Holiday is so great.
No
Because
question.
They
The
give a
best.
damn.
Gopher football was up 59-0 at halftime. They were up 35 rip after one, Mike Grimm.
Yeah.
They go on to win 66-0 over something called Northwestern State. Before we get to the actual game, because who cares? In week one, the Fargo Flash, Justin Gonzemius, predicted on this very show that the Gophers would win 24-10.
Would win this game, 24?
No. The first
game, Buffalo. Yeah.
24-10.
So he was close.
It was 23-10.
Yeah.
On this show last Thursday, he predicted 63-0.
Wow.
And I'm not kidding.
He's there.
So,
He's got it.
So far through two, say what you want about him predicting the Gophers go undefeated every year, because far he has not been right. We have not had an undefeated season since Fargo Flash has been a part of the Power Trip Morning Show.
He's predicted many undefeated
every
years.
year.
Yeah.
Every year, yeah.
But god dang, dude, through
That's
2
not
weeks,
bad.
24-10, he missed it by a point.
Yeah.
And then he guessed 63-0,
Missed
and
by
it
a
was
field goal.
66-0.
Do you guys, you know what a scoregami is?
Of course.
Yeah. So the Gophers had 66-0 and 23-10. There is, out of those two games, a scoregami that never in Gopher history has that been a score. Which one do you think it was?
I'm going to guess you're asking because the 23-10 was somehow the one they've never had.
How is that possible?
How is that
They've
possible?
never had a 23-10 game, but they beat Carleton like in 1903, 66.
I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah, I remember watching that.
So for a scoregami, though, it has to be the Gophers had 23, the opponent,
I
right?
think
Because
so.
I'm sure they've lost 23-10 before.
That's a good
And
question.
66-0.
I don't know that. Yeah. I don't think they've ever lost at all, ever.
Oh.
But yeah, so anyway, I just thought that was 23-10. How's that never been?
That's really strange.
But that
Very
was a
strange.
scoring. I mean, Carl Anderson he's one of the Gopher sports communication
see
guys.
you.
Amazing.
So the game was shortened with 6:15 to go.
Thank God.
Because of weather and the score.
How about
Could you imagine if they'd have said, "Yeah, we're gonna have to wait this one out," like 3 hours later?
But
and
I'm a
they
little
finish it?
surprised that they're allowed to make that call. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so in the rules, you
Go
can
on.
actually, and we thought they might do this at halftime, if it with mutual agreement from both head coaches and programs, they could have said, we're going to do 10-minute quarters, we're going to do a running clock like in youth football or whatever.
Oh, really?
There are things you can do. They got to get some approval. You can't just say, hey, that's it. There's been a couple of cases like that, especially with weather. If there's going to be a delay in the games,
That's kind of their out
you
then,
just
right?
move along. And thank goodness they
is
did
there
that.
a minimum deficit though where this kicks in? Because all I'm saying is when the game gets called, everybody with a brain knows the game's over.
Yeah.
66-0. There's weather. We don't need to sit through an hour or 2 or 3 hour delay. But of course, my mind went to gambling.
Well, I think
Correct.
It happened, right? Like some casinos weren't paying that off because it didn't complete a game.
Well, that was my concern. I'm like, I wonder how that works for gambling. If somebody has some weird prop bet right on some offshore account where they're like, I had the Gophers winning by 70. I want them to keep playing.
Yeah.
I had them at, whatever.
Sure.
The live line was minus 75 when I was looking at it when I was in Iowa.
Sean Bear got it at Northwestern State plus 84.5
at one point. Is that
Yes.
right? Wow.
Yeah.
See, so that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that would wipe out a lot of those bets.
I think some booted the bets.
That would suck if you had a bet that was about to cash and then it gets wiped away because they call the game.
You're there. I mean, it was, what was it at kick? 42.5, I think.
I think so, yeah.
That team wasn't very good. And then you score a couple defensive touchdowns and and then two more turnovers that give you 20-yard fields or less.
It's a little bit like when somebody in preseason game number 3 lights it up against fifth stringers, right? And you're like, well, who cares? That's kind of how I felt about Drake Lindsay. Everybody was pretty impressed how he played in week 1.
Yeah.
I mean, on Saturday, 8 of 9 for 139 yards and a touchdown, but it's against, a bunch of nuns from a church. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, I know some. It's irrelevant in terms of the game was there was never a doubt that the Gophers were going to win that game from probably the time they signed the contract that gave them over $1 million to come up and play. But there is some value to it. I do believe there's value. This isn't why they signed it. There was some team backed out and there were some other things. So there've been a couple of those where you have to just go find someone who has an open date because a lot of these games are scheduled. The Gophers have non-conference games in 2033 and 2034 already signed. So that said, I do think there was value to it. I think there's sometimes certain teams, it's good just to go roll somebody and have no problem, gain some confidence. They played 76 players, and I think this team's going to need some depth And so you get some guys some experience, even if it's against, a JV team per se. It's still different to be in the game. Like the backup quarterback had never played, and you hope you never need him. But if they do, now you know that he's at least seen some action. He's been out there. He's taken some snaps.
Strong word to describe that as action, but
that's the worst team in college football. Fine, but as you said, Alabama rolled over. They were playing, and they needed that, right?
Yeah.
How weird is it that the winning score was 4 seconds into the game? The interception.
Yeah,
pick
6, I think. Yeah.
That's the winning game. That's the winning
It was over
score
at that point. First play of the game.
Yeah. Should have called it then.
Yeah.
Saved us all some time.
Our friend Power Trip Bets had tweeted that most sports books will void the bets on the Gopher game since less than 55 minutes were played.
Wow.
And then there were responses to him. Someone had the Gophers in a parlay, and it cut their parlay from $450 a win to 218.
God,
so,
you imagine, you take Gophers.
That's so.
Like Saturday morning, you bet the Gophers minus 42.5. I mean, that's a slam dunk, and now it's booted. You're out.
Right. You're
not cashing it. It's over.
Yeah.
So even the money line bets, Gophers money line, even though we all know there's no chance they would have lost, those are voided.
Well, yeah, but betting the money line would be insane. That would have been like $10,000.
You'd have to bet $10,000 to win a buck.
True.
Yeah, correct.
But it was
you're laundering
that
cash.
was. That was not a very good football team they played. But I know some people just want to. I do think there's some value at times just to have a game like that.
Well, what I would do if I were a college football coach is I'd have the single game record bowl every year and pick a team like Northwestern State and run up the score and see how many single game records we can set, because why not at this point?
They tied the most points scored in the modern era. I think they consider the modern era after 1946. I think they scored 66 against Murray State. Glenn Mason did back in 03 or something like that.
Let's beat it next year. Is there a Northern Sun team we can invite in here?
Let's get a D2 team.
If they had waited it out, if they had waited out the weather, right? You get 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
One more field goal.
To kick one more field goal for Zachary and make it 69-0 and call it a game.
Actually, I thought during the game.
You did.
I turned to our engineer and said, a field goal, look what the score would be. And we all kind of laughed. Not on the air. This was, of course, off the air. Now it is on the air.
That's gross. Don't do that.
But the Gophers had a touchdown called back by penalty, and then they had it down at the 2-yard line. It could have been 80-0. They
kept trying.
Points, I will. And the other thing is, in this case, because you're trying to play guys in real football situations, they didn't really call off the dogs. They were throwing the ball with their third string quarterback. A lot of times, I think in the past, PJ has just done all right, we're up, 22 points. It's fourth quarter. Let's just inside zone it for the rest of the game and get out of here. He was calling timeouts to save time so that his backups could play. So I actually give them some credit that they didn't care. And the opposing coach was fine with it. He talked about it after the game, that he understood everything that was going on. And
that school got paid. And I mean, this is part of the deal.
Yeah,
they were never going to
all those schools, and they play at Cincinnati next week. So that'll be an interesting one to monitor to see. And I don't know what Cincinnati did this past week. They lost to Nebraska in the opener, but so they go back to back. So they'll probably collect, probably close to $3 million for those two games, and that funds their whole. See, every sport is funded through those couple of games. And
they take your beating. Got to take your lumps.
They're trying to build, and I think they are. They had 49 freshmen and sophomores and 27 juniors and seniors on that team.
Wow.
So they're upside down. They know they're going to lose. They had lost 20 in a row. They had a player murdered in 23, and they canceled the season. So it was pretty. So they bring in this new coach last year, and so they're trying. And they're in a league that you don't, frankly, have to be all that good to win it. And they were pretty good in the early 2000s. They made the playoffs 3 or 4 times, so we'll see. They're in a hotbed of football.
So the Gophers are at Cal Saturday, 9:30 Central Time.
Minnesota
start. Late
time,
game for you guys, but you're going to be on the West Coast, of course. I assume they let you travel. That game will be here, right here on the Fan. Cal is also 2-0 with wins over Oregon State and something called Texas Southern.
Yeah, that was a tight game. It was 11. I watched some of that. It was 11-0 or something at halftime, and then they pulled away. They have a true freshman quarterback. I've got to get the full story down. He committed to Cal. This is what I think is right. He committed to Cal and then decommitted. Oregon got him. He went to Oregon for spring ball, enrolled early, didn't like it, so never did anything. And then as soon as spring ball was done, went to Cal. So technically he is a transfer, even though he's a true freshman. That's where we're at in the world of college sports.
Oh.
I think I have that right, or it's close to something like that. He's a lefty. He's got a great arm, so we'll see, what he brings. Oh, here we go.
Now you're a professional.
Yes.
Once in a while they let you travel with the team.
Every now and then.
So you might have already looked ahead. I don't know. You know what the spread is? Because I do.
I don't.
DraftKings says Gophers and Cal Saturday night, 9:30. Who's favored and by how many?
What do you think, Kreese?
I don't pay that much attention to college football. I would say Cal. Cal by 3.
What do you think?
I know it.
Oh, you know it. I'll say Minnesota -2.
God, you're good at this. Gophers -2.5
Is
on
it?
DraftKings. -2.5.
Yeah. I
So
think the
slight
Gophers should
favorites
win the
on
game.
the road.
But Cal's better than I think people thought. They were an underdog in the opener against Oregon State, and they put up.
I know Ben took him in the Survivor thing.
Yeah, he did.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He also took Northwestern State.
Yeah.
In our Survivor. Yeah.
He's terrible at gambling.
Terrible game.
Terrible. That's why he hates it.
Finally has a flaw.
They were an underdog, but they put up 14 points like in the first 2 minutes of that game against Oregon State, and then held on to win. So we'll see. I've not been at the Cal Stadium, so it's a new trip. I'm always awesome good with that. Yeah.
We always talk to Hawk about the NFL stadiums he has and has not been to. He's been to almost all of them, right? I think almost all of them now.
I think he
missing like one or something.
Really?
I think
he has been to all of them.
Maybe he's been to all of them.
And
Yeah,
there's
it's really
every
close.
now and then new ones. Like Buffalo's going to have a new one next year, so
Yeah.
he'll have to add that to the list.
What's the biggest or best college football stadium that you have not been to that you really want to?
It's a good question. I've been to all the Big Ten stadiums except Oregon. I've called a game in all the Big Ten stadiums except Oregon and Washington, but I've been to a game at Washington, so I've been there. Great stadium.
Yeah.
We took a boat to the game a couple years ago.
Crazy.
It was crazy. Sailgating, they call it. So you're just boozing it up on this big 300-passenger boat. You get on someplace in Seattle, and it's like a 45-minute boat ride, and they dump you off right at the stadium.
That's awesome.
It was great.
Badass.
It was great. That was during the Gopher bye week. Buddy and I always take a trip, and that was our trip a couple years ago.
Zach took a piggyback ride to that exact same game. They call it Malegating.
Malegating. Nice.
Sauce, you do one.
Me do one?
Yeah, you do one.
Let's see here. Let's see here. I one time went to a game, and we ate a lot of hot dogs, and we were wiener gating.
He doesn't get this bit.
I got one. I went to a game once with a criminal, and we called it jailgating.
See? It has to rhyme with tail.
Yep, you rode there in a Minnesota Twins team bus, and it was called failgating.
Come on, man.
That's good.
I went to a game with Carly like 15 years ago, and it was called Gale Gating.
It's pretty good.
Oof.
You were saying?
The best stadium that I've not been to, I got to think about that. In terms of calling a game, I've been to a game at Notre Dame. Maybe Alabama. I've never been to Alabama.
Oh, never been there.
Any of those SEC teams look really fun to.
Like I've been told Old Miss might be the greatest place to go watch a college football game. They got a
Really?
thing called the Grove. I guess it's a great.
Have you been to South Carolina? Is that the one that does who does Entertainment? No, that's Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Have you been there?
I've not.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean that thing when they enter the field and Enter Sandman's playing, it will when it's really rocking, it registers on the Richter scale, like just slightly, like ooh, we got an earthquake warning in Blacksburg.
They have it in the NCAA football video game. It's sweet.
Do they?
Yep.
And then they played Metallica played that stadium this summer.
Oh, really?
And it registered on the Richter scale when they played it live in concert because the place was.
The weather was terrible though. There was like frozen water falling from the sky when we were drinking before the game. It was hailgating.
You're good at that.
See how this works?
By the way, driving home from the game Saturday, it hailed.
Yeah, it hailed. Yeah.
What are we
Hailed for
doing?
like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
That
Must
really.
be darn.
Yeah.
Was it little? Tight?
it was
Yeah,
almost slush.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
grapple. That's different.
Yeah, but
Oh,
there
really?
were
Grapple?
It started
G-R-U-P-L-E.
as that, but then it
Doesn't
turned
he
into
work on the
little balls.
93X morning show?
So it turned actual hail.
It did turn into little. There were just little balls of hail.
I thought, it was kind of greasy for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was.
All right, can you stick around or you got to go?
I have nothing to do.
Fantastic.
I do need to be in Rochester. I'm speaking at the quarterback club
All right.
for their luncheon
Oh,
dinner.
hell yeah.
Oh, what time do you have to leave for that?
Later.
They'll wait.
It's never good, by the way, when you're here at 6
later,
and then your employers are listening, and they asked Mike, "What is he going to do?" And he's like, "I have nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
It's 6:24 in the morning. You got nothing to do." More with Mike Grimm. We'll do what really matters after this. Scores and stats around the world of the NFL and beyond. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
There's nothing like sinking into luxury. At WashableSofas.com, you'll find the Anabay sofa, which combines ultimate comfort and design at an affordable price. And get this, it's the only sofa that's fully machine washable from top to bottom, starting at only $699. The stain-resistant performance fabric slipcovers and cloud-like frame duvet can go straight into your wash. Perfect for anyone with kids, pets, or anyone who loves an easy-to-clean, spotless sofa. With a modular design and changeable slipcovers, you can customize your sofa to fit any space and style. Whether you need a single chair, love seat, or a luxuriously large sectional, Anabay has you covered. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your home. Right now, you can shop up to 60% off store-wide with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Add a little to your life. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
And
All right, let's do what really matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports. And Sauce, you want to change some people's lives or what?
I do. I have facts about Soldier Field, where your Vikings are playing tonight, even though I don't think it's called Soldier Field anymore.
Look at that, though. Look at you getting ahead of it.
Yeah. I thought he was going to say Soldier Boy.
Great song.
Hot cut.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called now?
Well, is it still Soldier Field?
Now it's called Tyga Stadium.
Oh, really?
The Buffalo Bills, if you went to bed, come storming back and score 16 points in the final 4 minutes to beat the Ravens 41-40. What a comeback for Josh Allen and company. Josh Allen, monster numbers. He puts up 394 yards, threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns. The Bills are 1-0.
He's so freaking good.
He had 252 yards passing in the fourth quarter. It's not that.
Is that good?
That's a heck of a quarter.
Baltimore dialed back so much. And everything had to go the Bills' way. To their credit, they took advantage of everything that was presented to them. But even on the touchdown, and then they had to go for 2 to get it, they didn't get it, and all Baltimore has to do is run clock.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then, the Derrick Henry fumble for that. It was...
what a game he had before that.
Yeah.
169 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's the best.
Passed Jim Brown last night for most touchdowns on the ground in NFL history. So he's something like 6th all time now.
I was telling Zach, I saw some video, some tweet somewhere. There was a podcast, it was a clip of a podcast, and he said, I don't know how many years Henry's been in the league, but it's like 7 or 8, and he has 2 2,000-yard seasons. And he said that all the yards he has in the NFL still does not equal the amount of yards he had in 4 years of high school.
Yeah.
2016 NFL draft.
He scored 53 touchdowns in his final season, 50-something in high school.
Yeah, he has like 12,500 or something yards rushing in 4 years.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Maybe he played 5 years, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
How did he slide to the 45th pick?
Because that was running backs just,
That's true. That was when the overcorrection where it was...
And was he after Trent Richardson? Because I think that was
Trent Richardson was the 3rd pick.
And he's the comparisons were him because they're both Alabama, both big, fast guys, and Richardson
busted it, I think, in the first year.
And so I wonder if was that before or after? I'm just speculating that maybe part of it was another big back from
Trent
Alabama.
Richardson was in the draft where the Vikings took Matt Khalil with the 4th pick. They had the 3rd pick, but the Vikings moved back. And that was probably 20... What year was Luck and Robert Griffin III in the draft?
Yeah, that would have been
2012, 2011,
that would have been before
2012, I think.
Before Derrick Henry. But anyway.
But what really matters is this about Soldier Field.
What was the first year? What year did Soldier Field open?
1934.
So, all right, so this is how little we know about history. Is it based on World War I or World War II? We're going to go World War I?
I'm going to say World War I.
So then it's going to be after. So somewhere in the 20s?
I was going to say 19. I think
after the
I think
the
they
first
just
war?
had their
War?
100th anniversary or something. Was it 22, 23?
All right, so I'm going to go 1922.
I already guessed 34.
I'll say 28.
1924, 53 years after the Great Chicago Fire.
Does it have something to do with the Chicago Fire?
No idea, but that's what this says.
Just stacking facts.
The stadium opened on October 9th, 1924, the 53rd anniversary of the Great Chicago Fire.
1924 years after the birth of Christ.
Yep.
So it opened
5 years before my grandma was born.
It opened 12 years.
The pyramids were built.
12 years after the Titanic.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a coincidence.
That's how they built it.
Amazing.
They were
Crazy.
all sad about it.
How many years after the pyramids? Like 101?
120
How did that not
maybe?
win?
I don't know.
You know that bit, right?
PA thought the pyramids were built in the 1800s.
He did.
Yeah. I still think the most egregious one in the history of the Preposterous Statement Tournament is Mark Rosen claiming that Hooters is a family restaurant and they only went there because Nick wanted a pregame before they went to movies.
That was it. I believe that to be true.
How did that not win?
I don't think you've ever had more of a stance. You've never had a stance on a sports take like that.
I don't care about
you
sports.
You would have gone to
I
the
care
polls
about that.
for that. Yeah, you love that.
As soon as he said it, I go, there's your winner.
Yeah,
That's
should have
it.
been.
Slam dunk.
I do feel, though, like, I'm not saying I have a lot of pull around here. I'm just saying when I do think I lean too heavily on the selection show, I go almost all in. I'm like, well, that's the winner.
Yeah.
I think I curse it. I think people are like, well, I don't want to pick it if he's going to scream about how much he wants it to win.
Yeah.
People want to
That did not win, then.
It should have.
It should have.
Because he was serious. He claims it's a family restaurant, and he never picked it. Nick picked it. His son, DJ67, picked it because that's where they wanted to go before movies.
That's the reason he picked it.
Yeah,
Just like
it's a family restaurant.
likes to go to the pool at cruise ships just to get a little sun.
Yeah.
And to read the paper.
I love that story.
So my turn.
Hey, Rosie. Oh. Yeah, it's your turn.
Let's see. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. Oh, I actually do care about this, man. This does really matter. How about Wolf star Naz Reid's sister was shot and killed Saturday in New Jersey. A 29-year-old guy has been charged with the murder of Taraya. I think it's Taraya Reid, Toraya, Taraya Reid. Sources say that Shaquille Green and her were in a, quote, dating relationship. I don't know if that relationship was over and that was the problem, or if it was, I don't know, the way that they said they were in a dating relationship. I don't know. They worded it strangely in I think the New York Times post. That's terrible, man. Shout out to Naz Reid. I'm sure the entire family's going through a bunch there. Terrible. I believe he's been quoted multiple times about how big of an influence she was in the past. So terrible, terrible, terrible story. That does really matter. What matters significantly less is this.
The first football game played at Soldier Field didn't involve the Bears. Notre Dame defeated Northwestern
State 66-0.
No, leading 59-0 at halftime.
13-6 on November 22nd, 1924. Yeah.
Barn burner.
Attendance?
What a tribute to the Chicago Fire with that barn burner.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that was exactly 53 and a half years after the Chicago Fire.
What year was the first game right after it opened?
Yeah. No, November 22nd, 1924.
So just before Thanksgiving that year.
Yeah, right. Yep. Before the third Thanksgiving.
When was Thanksgiving in 1924? What day was that?
November.
Yes.
A Tuesday, I think, that year.
Yeah.
It's a floating holiday.
It is a floating holiday.
Yeah.
All right, one more and then we'll take a break. Trivia. This is a two-part one. This should be easy. You guys are all smart guys. You follow sports. Yesterday, we had an NFL record. Oldest coach in NFL history as of yesterday is who?
Pete Carroll.
Yep.
That is correct. 73 years, 357 days.
So he was born just after Jesus.
Just after the 130th anniversary of the Chicago Fire.
Correct.
That was yesterday, I should say. So Pete Carroll's the oldest at almost 74 years old. Who is the second oldest coach currently in the NFL?
Ooh. Andy Reid?
Yeah, Andy Reid, yeah.
How old is he?
64.
Or is he 69?
That was my guess.
He's 60. 66. Andy Reid is 66.
Did you see that Pete Carroll is I believe he's the only coach to win his debut with with his first 4 franchises or something. I saw the stat last night. I butchered it, but yeah, he's been around and just wins. You can see now that the Raiders, that's a professional team.
They're organized.
It was a circus before, but he knows how to run a team. Professional. That was a business-like win against a team that had a lot of hype coming into the season, too, to go on the road and do what they did against that Patriots team was impressive.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
I hate correcting you.
Go on.
It says he's 67 here.
All right, well, that was ESPN.com. Way to go, ESPN.com.
Yeah, way to go, man.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Yep, so Pete Carroll has not lost his first game with any of the 4 NFL teams he's coached, making him the first coach in NFL history to win his debut game with the Jets in 94, Patriots in 97, Seahawks in 2010, and the Raiders in 2025. So, shout out to old PC.
He's really old.
He
doesn't look it, though.
He doesn't look it.
No.
He doesn't act it.
Yeah, if you were to put him next to Andy Reid, who would you say was an older
Let's say
looking
Andy
fella?
Reid, yeah.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
And KOC's 26.
Yeah,
I
how
mean,
about
so
that?
like he's
And a half.
Yeah, 26 and a half. More of what really matters after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Time for a sofa upgrade? Visit WashableSofas.com and discover Anabay, where designer style meets budget-friendly prices, with sofas starting at $699. Anabay brings you the ultimate in furniture innovation with a modular design that allows you to rearrange your space effortlessly. Perfect for both small and large spaces, Anabay is the only machine-washable sofa inside and out. Say goodbye to stains and messes with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics that make cleaning easy. Liquid simply slides right off. Designed for custom comfort, our high-resilience foam lets you choose between a sink-in feel or a supportive memory foam blend. Plus, our pet-friendly, stain-resistant fabrics ensure your sofa stays beautiful for years. Don't compromise quality for price. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your living space today with no-risk returns and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get up to 60% off plus free shipping and free returns. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Hey, Rubes, this football season, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword contest, learn more, and enter today. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest.
Michael J. Mussman III is here. Michael J. Mussman, my Grimm, Michael
Hello,
J.
sir.
Mussman.
Good to see you.
Grimmer, I absolutely love Grimmer and Crease. Oh my gosh.
Good
Are you
to see
kidding
you.
me?
It's your
It's the
lucky
best.
day.
I love this. This is awesome.
You get a
Corey,
2-pack.
I just got a text. We forgot we didn't play the line yet. People.
Oh, yeah,
At
that's
least
right.
one person said, "Hey, you didn't play the line."
Should we do
It's
that
up
here
to
to
you
kick
if you
off?
don't wanna do it.
No,
It's
let's do
your
it. Yeah, did you show Zachary where it is? Zach, do you have it or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a professional.
I wasn't sure because it's not loaded up in
He's a
there.
professional, man.
I have a lot of faith in Zach.
This was from Steel Magnolias.
So remind us what the line
It
was
Dolly
again.
Parton talking about her boyfriend.
I
think.
forgot about, yeah.
And the line was something like, he's so confused, he doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt.
Got it. Now, I know on Twitter, because I wasn't listening to the game, but I did see on Twitter that you got this in pretty early.
Yeah.
Was that just in case no one was listening in the
it was
fourth
total
quarter?
spur of the moment. Like, actually, when you hear it, you're gonna. I had one person reach out on Twitter and say that was staged, right? You guys set that up to get the line in. We did not, and I didn't. It was a split second call. I'm like, this is a great chance to get it in. It was mostly like that. Like every week I have somewhat of a plan, and every week I never like once or twice I follow the plan. Something pops up, it's a great skill.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Grimmer, this has to be a Chris Hockey choice, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
He
because
loves
it's
that
Dolly.
movie.
Yes.
Yes, Dolly Parton. Yes. So it was total spur of the moment at a moment when the broadcast was having an issue.
JG's on the Minnesota sideline with a Stephen Carey report. Just give us an update, JG. We have two starters right now, right, that we're keeping an eye on? All right, we don't have JG.
He's with the Lord.
Maybe he's changing batteries in that belt pack of his.
Yeah.
He is so confused he don't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt at this point.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Justin is certainly confused and frustrated over on the sideline.
Let's go to JG.
I'm just glad I could help you with your weekly bit there. Some of us are trying to get things organized down here. We've got a halftime interview we've got to prepare for with TV, so there's various things.
I'm glad you're working hard.
I'm working just for you.
Sounds like Guardsy's the best.
He's the best.
He knows the bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and he didn't know the line either, but obviously when he heard that, he knew.
He knew
so
it, yeah.
we had discussed, so Darius Taylor got something with his hamstring, and Jalen Logan Redding had his knee hit. And they both walked off the field under their own power, but I'm like, we should update people on that. So during one of the commercials, I said, I'll come to you. So there's a stoppage in play. You can hear the Gopher thing, the Freddie Mercury Gopher thing playing in the background. So I'm like, well, let's go to him. Well, just at about the time, apparently, I sent it to him. He took his headphones off to talk to the sports information people to coordinate when to get PJ. So TV's first, then radio. So he had no idea. So then he put and our engineer's like, dude, you're on. So that was that. But it just sprung like, all right, this is a chance to get it in.
There just has to be a camera on DT.
Yeah.
When you're doing these
lines.
lines. That would be hilarious just to watch his expression.
It's got to happen. Good. Yeah.
What in the holy hell are you talking about?
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
We're asking you because we're all friends.
Yeah.
Could you please pay for Mike Grimm to have a camera at the stadium?
Sure.
JohnKriesel.com.
I would never have asked that if we weren't so close, but we're friends, and I feel like I'm capable of asking you for some money.
Feel free. Yeah.
But we asked Bonus. He hasn't been back since.
But we asked him because we're so close.
Yeah.
That we're in a position where we feel comfortable asking for money.
Yes, correct.
JohnKriesel.com/watch.
Well played.
The Green Bay Packers won 27-13 over the Detroit Lions. The Packers, led by Jordan Love, 188 yards and a couple of touchdowns. And, of course, the Packer debut of Micah Parsons, who played like less than half the snaps and recorded one sack.
Yeah, he was all over the field, man. That team, when he plays every defensive play, that team is going to be a problem.
Yep.
They already have a great pass rush. I know the interior offensive line of the Lions is not very good because a lot of those, I think two of the guys retired.
Ragnow, right?
Yeah, and but that is a good team. Now, I think their right tackle, Zach Tom, got banged up towards the end of the game, that being the Packers, but yeah, that's a good team, man.
14 hours ago, Sauce tweeted 2 first-round picks and your best defensive player for a guy who only plays on third down. What a trade.
I mean, at that point,
how long ago was that?
14 hours ago.
At that point, it looked kind of weird that he just stood on the sideline, but, I would have traded that 100% for him.
I would have loved to sponsor that camera every 5 seconds.
Every
They're
5
just showing him on the sideline.
Tony Romo went nuts every time he came out on the field. But when he had that sack, man, that place shook.
Erupted.
Yeah, it was sweet.
The Lions, though, and we talked about in the first hour that, all right, this is potentially a little bit of both because both things can be true. Green Bay could be a very good team, and Detroit could be not very good.
Yeah, they looked awful.
They looked very undisciplined.
Yeah. Discombobulated.
Yeah, I know they're not used to being punched in the mouth. You could see it in that playoff game. They don't have a lot of punch back to them.
Yeah.
They haven't needed it. Will they get that figured out before it's too late? I don't know. But they certainly did not help themselves. So it will be, I'm very excited for that Thursday night matchup. It's at Lambeau with the Commanders. That's a quick turnaround for the Packers. A big part of why I think they had Micah on a pitch count, too, with the back issue is...
That's their next game?
Yeah, and that is obviously the divisional game has implications, but it was pretty clear relatively early in the game that Green Bay was going to win that game. So then it's not looking past the Lions, but saying, let's save him for Thursday night.
He played a lot, though, in the blowout because he was hunting for sacks. He played a lot.
That's what you do at the gym.
Yeah. I'm hunting sacks.
I don't remember the last time I went to the gym.
Be very, very quiet.
Yeah, well, that's what he was doing. He was out there in obvious passing situations.
But what really matters is this.
In 1994, Soldier Field hosted the opening ceremonies for the World Cup soccer tournament. What else happened that day?
What year was this?
1994.
Ooh, that would be
OJ related?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sure.
Was that the Bronco chase?
Yep. Because it was that. It was Arnold Palmer's final U.S. Open. Who was in the NBA finals?
Houston and the Knicks. Houston and the Knicks.
That was going on, and then the OJ thing happened. Yeah, all in one day.
Big news day.
Yeah, that documentary on the 30 for 30 on that. I think it was it June 6th, 1994? Outstanding.
Yeah. And you think about, was it John McKay, his college coach? They brought him on TV. Like now you just text him, right?
Yeah.
Or call him. And he's on TV saying, OJ, bring yourself in. Come on, buddy. Let's go. And it's like,
now you just fire off a text
like, hey, dude, get your ass in here.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, I'm AC, damn it.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, because, I'm sure Al Collins and OJ had a TV in the car that they could hear this.
Might have been on radio too, maybe. But
he's making a good point. I should just turn myself.
It was weird because I was working in Mankato at the time at a radio station, and we literally went live like you would with like a tornado that's coming through. We went live with it. It was like the strangest thing. He's still driving, kind of slow. He's just going down the highway there now, and we'll give you more updates coming up.
I'm not cheering for it, but don't we need another one like that?
Yeah,
Jordan Addison's tried.
Think how
we need a
different
moment,
it'd be
man.
covered now, though, with the way technology is.
I know we need
don't
a
be watching
cultural
on our
moment.
phones.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm saying. I want the whole world on their phones watching some sports star run from the cops. I don't want somebody to get murdered.
I mean,
but if that's part of it.
Give Antonio Brown a few years. I think we'll.
No, I mean current. I don't. That's the thing about OJ.
Wasn't current.
That's what I'm saying. I want a current one. I want it to be the real deal. Like JJ, please.
Damn it, Josh Allen.
No, not JJ.
How do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, correct. Take a deep breath, please.
Would JJ go to prison?
Man, you would commit a crime to go there. You need help.
Zach, I helped him.
Yeah.
I planned it all.
I murdered all those people.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Cellmate.
Ted Bundy was lying. I did it.
Let's see. The game doesn't really matter. I don't really care about that one. I don't really care about that one. That one doesn't really matter. Man, a lot of these games, interesting scores, but who really cares?
They all matter, Corey.
We should do a what doesn't matter segment.
All right, let's do this one.
By the way, was there anything ever better than Norm Macdonald on SNL on the updates?
Well,
every week
Zach,
doing the
that's
OJ
Zach's all-time favorite.
It's unbelievable. Anyway,
It's official. Murder is legal in the state of California.
The one where he says the Pope's out with his new book. It tells about it, and it's titled "Yes, OJ something."
God told me OJ did it.
Yeah.
The Steelers won 34-32 in dramatic fashion over the Jets. So Justin Fields facing his former squad, Aaron Rodgers facing his former squad, and Aaron Rodgers throws 4 touchdowns and 244 yards. The Steelers are 1-0.
He looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, that team has been begging for competent quarterback play for a long time to pair with that defense, and looks like they have it. Although the Jets do look a lot better. They're able to run the ball.
Yeah.
And
Justin Fields played really well.
And on defense, that defensive line, it's a new era in New York too. So that was a fun one.
That was the thing about the Steelers, though. They could not run the ball. They had 0 ground game.
Yep. But then they were able to figure it out. I think they'll get that part figured out.
Yeah.
Did you see the quotes from Aaron Rodgers? They asked him about, and he said, "Oh no," he said, I heard the boo birds and all of that, so it felt good to get the win. He's like, but I expected that. I like that. That's fine. He said, there's a lot of people on that sideline, though, and people associated with that team that thought I couldn't play football anymore. So it felt really good to show them that I still have it. And, it felt good to beat the Jets.
Yeah, I think the quote was something like, it felt good to beat everyone involved in that organization.
Let's see how he plays.
It was a very petty.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's petty.
What did he sign for there?
A 1 year 10 or 12. Yeah.
Let's see how he plays when he doesn't have a vendetta against the team. Like when he plays the Bengals at noon on a random day, right? Like he plays well when he's got a vendetta. And they get to Pittsburgh hosts Green Bay, I think, on Sunday Night Football in a couple weeks. He'll be amped for that. But let's see when he plays a normal game that he doesn't. He loves to spite everybody.
Yeah. Generally, though, he plays pretty well.
Even last year, he's smart.
Even last year, he put up like 28 touchdowns on.
At the end of the season, he played outstanding last year.
But as long as he is aware, and it appears at the end of last year and now this year that he's aware of his limitations, and if he knows that and doesn't try and throw the ball 70 yards down the field, he's
still got a cannon, man.
He's good.
We'll get to the news in a second. Mike Mussman is here. Mike Grimm is here. Chris will call at some point from Chicago between now and 9 o'clock as the Vikings are in Chicago. The Viking season opener tonight. Monday Night Football.
Let's go.
No Harrison Smith. He didn't make the trip. But J.J. McCarthy makes his regular season NFL debut tonight right here on The Fan. More of the Power Trip after this.
The Fan.
Life's messy. We're talking spills, stains, pets, and kids. But with Anababe, you never have to stress about messes again. At WashableSofas.com, discover Anababe sofas, the only fully machine-washable sofas inside and out, starting at just $699. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics. That means fewer stains and more peace of mind. Designed for real life, our sofas feature changeable fabric covers, allowing you to refresh your style anytime. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa effortlessly. Perfect for cozy apartments or spacious homes. Plus, they're earth-friendly and built to last. That's why over 200,000 happy customers have made the switch. Upgrade your space today. Visit WashableSofas.com now and bring home a sofa made for life. That's WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change, and certain restrictions may apply.